All right, let's try this again. There we go. Geez, I might actually have to switch the buttons on Super Metroid again for missiles, just because I'm not going to be able to reliably hit select and change things. Defender, a Jet, welcome in. Hope you're having good Saturdays. Oh boy. This controller's all dusty. Ooh, a book. Friday the 13th, I try to save till one specific night of the week, because that's what most people tend to, like, it tends to be the one most people don't want to miss. So I try to keep that on a really regular schedule. Ooh. Let's see if we can get one more bomb drop here. There we go. 8 bombs should be good. Not really interested in getting full magic right now. There's nothing that we can use that even gives magic. Ugh. Odds are we're not going to need powder. I like having it. It's a great safety. There could be like a required item on Magic Bat, so I don't want to just go ahead and mark that off right away. But it's very unlikely that we're going to need that powder. Stupid bird. We'll take a container heart. Actually, that early book, I'm going to go do a quick ped check while we're over here. I think that's out of the hundreds of rando seeds I've done, I think this is the first time I've been able to go to ped this early, and it's just 3 bombs. Perfect. That way I know that I don't have to worry about getting anything there. That was probably just a waste of like 45 seconds, but it's early. We got peace of mind. That's important. All right. Back to it. $70-3? Geez, that's like any team playing my high school. And it's not difficult to do good against a team that's entire offensive playbook is run up the middle, run up the middle, run up the middle, punt, but still. $70-3 is ridiculous. Alright, we got 9 bombs. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to use the other control scheme for Super Metroid tonight. Because I can't have a non-functioning select button. I think we got a really early fire rod last night. And now we're getting, early sword, early ice rod. Let's go. Wait a minute. That's a sword. I messed up the tracker. Sword and a shield. We've got the Knights package here in Thieves and Blind's Hut. Hey Gordon, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. I mean, it does look, I mean, look at that. It looks very nice and thick. Lots of good words in there. Oh, wait. I want bombs out here. Art container. Okay, let's see a big wad of cash so I don't have to keep going in and out to get money for the bottle vendor. There we go. So the well was empty, but... Well, no, the 300 bucks, not bad. Okay, we paid 100 bucks to get more bombs when we were already full on bombs. Not exactly a scam, but uh-oh. Black hole chicken, the run is valid. Compass to eastern. All right, we'll take it. Well, I think there's the, what are their names? There's the little pumpkin things with the tongue. I think those are called pickets. They'll take your shield away, but I actually, I'm one of the few people, well, I'm not a tournament player, so I enjoy having a shield. You're down here early.
Yeah, because I want to read.
You want to read? Okay.
What's that?
This is called a pop filter. Actually,
Like
we'll take that.
popcorn?
Yep, like popcorn.
P-O-P.
Yep, P-O-P, that's good spelling. Are you ready to go? Are you all ready to go to bed after you read? What are you gonna read tonight?
Dogman.
Dogman?
Yeah.
What's Dogman about?
Dogman. So there's a man, a police, and a dog that there's a bomb and explodes. The dog loses its body and the man loses its head, so they make it to Dogman.
That sounds pretty intense for a kid's book.
It's not.
It's not?
It's actually really cool. I love it.
It's really cool. Well, that's good.
Mommy, did I pass my 15 minutes of reading? Yeah, I don't have to do reading tonight.
I thought you wanted
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, well,
I was gonna say you were just said you came down here early so you could do reading, and now you're excited to not do reading tonight.
That is not even full.
That helps. It's for sound stuff. Hey Jacob, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Yeah, it's for sound stuff.
Saturday?
It's Saturday.
I thought it.
No, tomorrow's Sunday.
It was Sunday.
Yeah,
It was a long day.
it was a very long day. We put up the Christmas tree. We put up Christmas lights. We went shopping. We went to Target.
I got a mini Christmas tree.
You got, yep, both girls got little Christmas trees for their bedrooms. It was very busy.
What is Sissy doing?
She's upstairs.
Talking to
Yeah, I could hear them giggling through the ceiling. They're playing some game.
They play this game. It's kind of like Brookhaven, but
Oh, I thought they were playing Roblox.
they are.
Oh, okay.
It's in Roblox.
Oh, okay.
It's life something. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounded like it was very serious business.
I told her she
Yeah, we got a busy. She's got practice, and then she's got her team outing.
For
She's got a
3
lot of
hours
stuff going on
because somebody
tomorrow.
quitted. What grade was she in?
Alright, go to bed?
Now.
All right, sweetie.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Sleep good, okay? Sweet dreams.
Okay.
All right, love you. Sweet dreams. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of Dogman before, but I didn't know it was that intense. It sounded very, very aggressive. Like, I've seen the books. It looked like a goofy comic book. And then based on what she was describing, I'm like, okay, this sounds like something really violent, but given what I've seen about the image, like the covers of the books and everything, it didn't seem like it was that intense. All right, let's see. We don't have a moon pearl yet, so we want to take... All right, that's just bombs. If you have the moon pearl, you can fake flipper to get this. If you don't, you have to water walk in. Another sword. Okay, so a second sword is flipper locked. we're gonna go do Zora quick. I probably should have went and visited the hobo. Because Zora's not as difficult to get to. Ooh, there's a bow that's flipper locked. Alright, how about we get vanilla flippers right now? Vanilla flippers, and then we can get that bow right away. That is not vanilla flippers. Let's see. I think that early book, I mean, the logic isn't as point A to point B early game as it is in Super Metroid, at least for the map rando. But having that early, like the second item I found being a book, really makes me think desert or desert ledge might be the way to go. A bottle, very nice. Yep, we did. We actually have a Friendsgiving tomorrow with, well, some friends. That's like a social group tradition for us, and it's going to be a little different than normal because my oldest daughter has a dance practice at 8 in the morning, and then after that she goes to a team outing with her dance team. So I'm going to have to leave the Friendsgiving early to go pick her up, and then at that point we don't know if we're going to go back or if we're just going to leave a little early. Too many things up in the air. But we'll have to play that by ear. Compass to Skull Woods, not bad. Okay, that's just a rupee. We don't need that. I feel like I should follow this book, though. And it could be like that was more of a filler item and everything, but getting the book that early makes me think I should really check out Desert. Okay. It's good to hear, because she can be very sensitive about things like that, but given how she was giggling, I was like, okay, this is probably safe. But to me, the covers always just looked like a normal comic book. And what she was describing didn't seem like a normal kid's comic book. Alright. Let's see if we get some progression in here. Kind of running low on things to do. Aga technically is, well, not in logic because I don't have a lamp. And technically the Master Sword is also a sequence break. That's locked behind the flippers. Key, okay. Yeah, I was like, what are you reading? That didn't sound very kid-friendly, but clearly they are. Okay, Tower of Hera has a heart container. I'd really like if it would tell me, like, this place has the Cane of Samaria. Here are your flippers. And then I can get a bow. And then we can have all sorts of goodies. Ooh. I mean, that is not progression, but half magic, really nice. Wish I would have had that yesterday. But I mean, now it's already have more swords than well, the same amount of swords that I had in last night's seed. Throughout the whole thing. Hook shot. Yes. Okay, so that's just the map in there. Actually, no, we can save and quit. So hook shot is really nice. That's gonna get us up the mountain. So I'm just gonna follow that hook shot. Hey, Honor, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Dimension X, welcome in. Hope your Saturday is going well. Yeah, we've got this is our last weekend before things get really hectic. Every weekend is going to start having dance competitions soon. Hey, Vegas, welcome in. Hope your Saturday is going well. So, but hopefully the dance competitions will at least be done with early enough at night where that won't impact things here. Well, like, we're going to be gone all of next weekend. We're going to be gone a couple weekends in December. So, like, I might as well, if I've got the chance to do 2 nights in a row, I'd like to take it, because there's going to be a full week in the middle of February where I won't be here at all. So it's like just trying to take advantage of the chances I have while I still have them. Hook speed. And no cabbage blocks. All right, what's up here? Just a 20, we don't need that. Just a 5er, don't need that. Ow. Well, hopefully Paradox or Spiral Cave give us something. See, so we're going to be going up Paradox, then we'll drop through Spiral Cave, unless this gives us access to the Tower of Hera. If we get access to Hera, I'm going to go into there. Bombs and a heart piece. Not too exciting. But we could still get some goodies here. I was really hoping to get a heart drop, so I could just use a sword beam to break this. Okay, repeat bombs, a compass, there we go, compass to desert. A cape, didn't get that at all last night. Okay, so Paradox, the cape is good. But Paradox was largely empty, like no real progression there. So unless Spiral Cave has something, we gotta go back down and keep doing the other checks I figured I'd be able to skip. Ooh. We'll leave that open for now, depending on when it is when I can get over there. I'll definitely take a compass if it's relatively early, because that'll tell me what boss is in a dungeon, so I don't have to do the whole thing. Okay, we're just gonna... Nope. Stupid eel thing. The Avatar Moon Pearl there, that actually doesn't give us anything at all. It's good, but that doesn't open up progression. Which Avatar situation? Gobo. It's Gobo. Oh, yeah, there's not a... I've been looking for new avatars to add to it, but still kind of striking out there. There's not a lot that interests me enough to put it on there and mess up the lists. Because you've got such a limited amount of characters to list them. Like with Twitch, it gives you you can just look at the panels and it'll tell you everything. With YouTube, you've got to get all text. 28-pound bird, holy crap. How long is that thing gonna take to cook? Yeah, I try to whittle them down, but that doesn't always work. Okay. So Saha's just hoarding bottles here. Right, so I don't like the options here. there's nothing left for me in desert. I've got both items out of there, and we've got Bolus Eastern, or we've got the escape here, but we're gonna go to this area first because that's 5 checks. Technically 6 if we do Dark Cross, versus just 3 available items in Eastern. 8 hours, wow. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, so the mirror gets us into the Tower of Hera, and it gets us Ether Tablet, which is something we could need for that. That would have been useful with the book. So I'm gonna go do those before we head into Bolus Eastern. And I might as well get this stuff out of the way too while we're here. Right now we're either another glove or a hammer away from Dark World access. Or potentially a lamp would put Aga in logic, but we want to avoid that. So as much as I want to see a lamp, I don't want to see a lamp right now. Oh wait, I don't even have to do a death warp. I can just mirror out of the basement. Alright, stun prize is a heart. That is a really good, really underrated stun prize. I know it's like, it's fun at early game, you really like to see bombs. Red 20s are really nice. Magic, fairies, but just a simple heart. I'll gladly take that. Mine. Alright, so far we're not getting much out of here. No fire source for Hera Basement, but we can hook speed Hera Pot. Like, I should only have a fighter's sword right now. We got a sequence break in Waterfall Ferry to get the Master Sword. Alright, last thing we need here. Just bombs. Okay, I am gonna sequence break Dark Cross, though. That mirror is gonna make it really easy to get up to Hera. And hopefully, Hera or I feel like Ether Tablet might be a pretty good... Actually... There we go. What did I get in Desert? Desert was just a cape. I don't think Desert actually had anything substantial. There we go. Say, let me in here. Here we go. Okay, I just see I just got damage boosted out of the way to get my item. But it all worked out. We're fine. You want to find the torch in the bottom right corner of that path. Go down to the left side of it, place a bomb, and if the damage boost for the bomb will drop you right in front of the chest. I forgot to hook speed on the way up here. Oh well. I already feel like this seed is not as nice as the one from last night, where at this point last night we were like 2 items from go mode already. And here we don't even, like, Dark World access hit it like 4 minutes in that one. Alright, let's see what Ether Tablet is. Nope, that wasn't it. So it's either Hera, which may or may not be completable. We don't have the compass to know who the boss is. Why am I not running? I probably should have brought another, like a health potion or something, but big key. We got a couple hint tiles. Ether medallion. And that's certainly an item. Oh, I'm glad I was able to stay in that. I thought I was gonna ruin my Harapot there, but it worked. So as long we could still get one more item here potentially. All right, hopefully the key is locked in the basement. It is not, so we've got an item that's fire locked. A piece of heart requires the mushroom. So we know that mushroom turn-in is a heart piece. Unfortunately, it looks like Eastern is where we have to go, but maybe this is a beatable boss. It is not. At least right now. So yeah, Eastern is our only option. We have last location progression, which I could have had. I considered going to Eastern when I went to Saha's closet. But I was like, no, I don't want to do this. We'll actually grab a bottle of blue while we're over here. Actually, maybe 2 blues. We'll keep the green and we'll grab 2 blues. Now we gotta go to Eastern. So this seed is requiring a lot of double dipping. Which is unfortunate. Ow. And I was trying to follow the logic chain, like, okay, I've got a book. The next item should be behind a book, but that was never the case. Hey, Dimension X, what's up? Yep, there is a Mega Man X sprite in Super Metroid. I don't like to use the non-Samus sprites in that, because it really messes with my wall jumping. Like with this, most of the sprites in A Link to the Past keep the same shadow. But there's some that change the shadow around, and for a lot of the tech that I do in this, like Diver Downs and Icebreaker, you look at where your shadow is. So there's like a lot of little things like that that go into what sprite I use. I do like watching other people use the weird sprites in Super Metroid, but it's nothing that works for someone of my lack of skill level. Okay, so that is not it. We've got 2 items left. Actually, it's got to be one of the next ones, because technically the item at the end is not in logic if we don't find a lamp in here. And a lamp in here would mean Aga's in logic, and we don't want to do Aga for Dark World access. Though the lamp would technically put Hera Basement in logic. Would I do Hera Basement before Aga? Son of a... The one time I didn't want to see the lamp. Because now we've got Hera Basement and we've got Aga to get to the Dark World. I've been getting a lot of Aga seeds lately. Lamp is nice. I'm going to be happy for this later, but I don't want to waste the 7 minutes to go through Aga 1. And we know we've got one more item in here. Hopefully it's a hammer or the mitts. Oh, actually, no, the item's in the big chest. That's right. One more item in this next room to the right. Come on, hammer or mitts. And a third... Oh, that's actually the logical... That's right, that's the logical sword to get us into Aga. Yeah, with that, the logic... That's the logical... Wait, no. We have the cape. I feel like I should be doing Hera Basement right now, but... The seed is just screaming Aga right now. The cape actually means you can get in here without a sword, so... Yeah, Aga puts the entire Dark World in logic. So I have to do this. At least the music's good. But there's still pain and sadness and sorrow. All right. So we'll finish this. We'll be 40 minutes in without a cleared dungeon. This is going to be a 2+ hour seed. I can already feel it. It doesn't help that I last locationed Aga access. Ooh, hint tile. Piece of heart is in a chest requiring a specialist to open. So we can skip Gary's lunchbox. Which is nice. Can also use the stun prize to get a couple hearts off of these things. Jerk. Alright, we're almost there. And now we're gonna get a like a 5-minute Aga fight, because Aga's gonna be a jerk. Speaking of jerks, there's that blue guard. I was just gonna try to walk by, but now we're gonna take a heart. If I find a hammer or the mitts in Hera Basement, that is going to be absolutely devastating. At least now I can get powder. When I go to check, what's it called? Bumper Ledge, I might as well swing by and get powder there. It's a nice safety. One. Got to do this 6 times and hope he doesn't start throwing the blue balls. 2. 3. So far, so good. 4. Perfect. Got Wire Sponge's weapon here. 5. All right, let's go. Almost had the perfect one. Come on. Don't do this, Aga. You were doing so well. Okay, so now we have Dark World access. That's full of sadness. 10 arrows, don't need it. Oh, I don't have the hammer, so we have to do a world tour here. I'm not gonna go into pod yet, but we are gonna run all the way up, check homie fish. Then we're just gonna keep working our way all the way around the Dark World until we find... Actually, I might do, no matter what we find, I might just do all these Dark World checks here. At least doing the start of Smith Chain is gonna be a lot quicker, because we already know we can skip the purple chest. And we can skip the mushroom turn-in if the mushroom even shows up. Uh-oh. I was supposed to bonk off of that wall. And I ran up along the water and fell in. That I've never seen that before. That was interesting. I was wondering, like, okay, with how with the little cutscene there, did I just soft lock myself somehow? But thankfully it all worked out. Okay, we can get both of these with the mirror. Oh, that's right. There's going to be so many more enemies in the light world now. Wait. Hey, bomb guy, stay away from me. Alright, King's Tomb. That is not worth it at all. King's Tomb, absolute dud. Graveyard Ledge. This one will be better. I lied. It's not going to be better at all. Alright, so next is Bumper Ledge. Ow. Then I am going to go and get that powder. Powder is very useful for Mire, Turtle Rock. Who knows, this with the way this seed is going, we could have a required item. 50 bucks, not worried about that. Now let's put our portal right here. And the powder doesn't do anything for us. It doesn't give us Magic Bat. We're still missing a hammer for that. I've only got 4 compasses? Oh, I should have checked who the boss of Eastern was. I was in there. Oh well. I do have the Skull Woods compass. You can't get into the back of Skullwoods, though, without a fire rod. But I do always like to try to scout this out before we go anywhere in the Dark World. I don't know what like, an actual number is, but it seems like Skullwoods is generally pretty kind to me. Vitreous. Actually, with the cape and the tempered sword, Vitreous is going to be a breeze. Big key. Stupid mini mold arm. Big key, small key. Actually, that's fine. That lets us go in through this door. Get out of my face. I was really hoping to find enough items in here where I wouldn't have to go to the back section. Alright, there's one. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be a small key. And if it's not, that's fine, because we have the mirror. No, it's not perp. That's actually really nice. So while Skull Woods was a complete dud, we cleared out all of the items we can get in here for now. We can forget about the Gibdo room check. I don't have the compass for Thieves Town. There's really not a lot of... Well, actually, I think every boss but Trinex is beatable right now. So I think I will go through Thieves Town. It'll probably be Trinex, but even if it is, that's not terrible to get back to the boss of Thieves Town. You just have to run right up to it. You don't have to do anything about breaking the ceiling or anything. The hobo I didn't actually get. Oh, I could have sequence broke the hobo. I should have sequence broke the hobo before going here. I went up to get Zora, and I really should have sequence broke the hobo. That would have been really smart, because technically that's not in logic, but I have been bailed out on a check like that before. That allowed me to completely skip Zora. Yeah, I think I'll go check that after doing like, because I'll be ending this loop of the Dark World at Hype Cave. Actually, I could go back in. I can do Bombos Tablet now. So maybe I'll do Bombos, then loop back over and check what the hobo has. It's looking very likely that we got an item in the basement hammerlocked room. Oh, actually, Helmasaur would be a giant pain without the hammer. It's beatable, but I have to actually be on target with my bomb throws, and that does not work well. Jeez, everything's in the front. There's no items here. I am going to keep going through, though. At this point, like, I've done so many checks, and like with this last seed from last night, everything was at the start of the seed. This one, there's nothing. Like, we're really dry in terms of items that we've got here. But we do have the safeties we were missing last night. We got the third sword, we got the cape. We've got half magic. We have a bot to ban. Alright, there we go. So I'm kind of tempted to try to go out of my way to get this hint tile. Just to see if it gives me anything, but no, we're not going to do that. Gotta watch out for these green things. They will hit, and they will hit hard. Actually, I should be getting my stun prize in on these. Actually, no, I can't. I think the hook shot will kill them. So there is going to be one item left in the basement here. Unless this next item is the hammer. And hopefully this is a beatable boss. If it's Helmasaur, that's going to be all on my skill level, and I'm not going to be super comfortable with that, but at least we have the chance. If it's Trinex, we're SOL. We do not have the gear to beat Trinex at this point. Unless it happens to be a fire rod. This stun prize is coming in clutch, though. It was a terrible health situation before, and now we're looking pretty good. Okay, blue mail, that's not progression. But I will take a blue mail. Yeah, if the well, the flippers would give me the bow, if that's what the hobo had, so that would definitely be nice. It wouldn't be progression necessarily, unless there was something in pod, but I would definitely like to have a bow. Well, this is doable. It's not great, but we can do Armos Knights with this. Burna would make this really nice, but... Okay, you guys can start moving now. Hey, get down here. Thankfully, I have beams right now. Beams is making this a lot more tolerable. Yeah, you just stay against the wall there. All right, one boss down at the 47-minute mark. Holy crap. I think this was like 3 or 4 pieces on the last seed. Wait, that's not the right pendant color. I marked that down as the green pendant and like, wait, green pendant turn-in's available? Now we're gonna go down. Gonna do dig game. I'm not as concerned. Like sometimes, in some cases, I'd stopped at the arrow game and farm up some quick money. But I don't think that's completely necessary right now because I've got half magic and a couple bottles of blue and a green already. Where is the progression? Well, the hobo, like, the hobo isn't even in logic yet without the flippers. So I'd have to be careful if I did find something there because that could throw off all the logic. That lamp does actually let me beat desert, though. Actually, I don't know who the boss is in desert. I got the compass after I went in there. Hype Cave is going to be the answer. There's 5 items in Hype Cave. So it's either this here with Stumpy. This is like a double last location here. If Bombo's tablet has the item... Actually, I think we're going to do Bombo's tablet first. Because if I want to go and do the hobo after Hype Cave... I'd be doing Hype Cave, coming down here, and then going all the way back. So it makes a lot more sense to do it this way. The mushroom, we don't need that check, though. We already know it's like a heart piece or something. So we're going to... So our progression, once again, we've last locationed. Actually, no, technically there is pod. There are a few items in pod that we can get right now. But I'm putting my faith in Johnny here. Gotta pay a visit to the hobo. I don't know exactly what I said, but it was probably sounded a little bit bad. Heart, okay. Come on, Johnny. It could still be in Hera Basement. My progression could be in Hera Basement. Oh, do the hobo. I don't know how that would work. Hobo versus Reploid, I feel like he'd get, oh wait. The hobo would probably get pretty badly destroyed. Sorry, we gotta be in the light world to do this, because I got a fake flipper. I guess, what do I want? Do I want to go up? I mean, I could... There's definitely things in pod that I can get. But Hera Basement's also right... Well, it's not right there, but... Hera Basement is available right now. See, it's putting everything in the worst possible spot. There used to be a channel that played, a stream that played Beavis and Butthead nonstop, but they keep getting taken down. Alright, Hobo, give me something. I don't even feel bad about taking his last dollar. I gotta go into pod. That's the smart play over going to Hera Basement when I can't even beat the boss there yet without a fire rod or bombos. Sneeze. Sorry about that. Ugh. This controller was a little dusty, and I tried to wipe the dust off. Not sure how it got dusty, because up until last night it was in like locked, not locked, but in a cabinet. I just please, well actually I need a bow and a hammer to avoid having to do this walk again. Oh, this is brutal. I think we're definitely looking at a 2+ hour seed here. Which, I mean, if there's gonna be a 2+ hour seed, it might as well be on a night where I started at 7 o'clock. And I can afford to go a little later. Alright, here we go. Now the game is taunting me with this F-Zero music, like, hey, this is a game where you go really fast and you are just crawling through this seed. Actually, I can't do anything else in here. That was the progression. Actually, that is so bad. Oh my god. That opened up 3 terrible checks. Uh-oh. That opened up Magic Bat. That opened up the Basement of Thieves, and that opened Spike Cave. None of those are good options. They're all terrible. Well, I mean, this isn't too bad. It has to be this, right? This was the reason we had to do Aga. Please make it all make that 7 minutes worthwhile. Give me a fire rod. Wait, I already know who the boss of that was. That was Cold Stare. Okay, what to do now? So our options: Thieves Town, the Thieves Town basement, Spike Cave. Oh, this is horrible. Hey, Underground, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Oh, wow. This is like every piece of progression, I'm getting last location. This is incredible. Alright, so I'm gonna go do the basement of Thieves Town now before we go up to the mountain. Oh, I can't. I have to go around. That's right. Well, desert, we can, well, actually... I could beat desert, but the item in there is a Triforce piece. But I'd have to go in there to find out who the boss is. I mean, I guess I definitely could run over there and at least get that Triforce piece out of the way. Stupid horse. Okay, that is just uncalled for. I just need to get to this item before dying, game. Can you, help me with that? That's right, I gotta go in here and get this, too. It's probably not even gonna be here. Because we can't have nice things. So if it's not here, we'll save and quit. Go up the mountain. Vanilla Mitts. Vanilla Mitts. Wow. That is just a horrible chain of events. But I mean, I will have to get to desert eventually. That's going to be a very easy Triforce piece to get. And I'm gonna need all the speedy Triforce pieces I can at this point. Oh, that's, okay, that's the mirror. Oh, that's hammer pegs. Might as well do hammer pegs while we're here. What? Are you kidding me? Shovel? We don't need purple chest. We already know that. That's a heart piece. I think after the shovel, I'm just gonna head up Dark Death Mountain. Ganon's tower is open. We can't do the climb yet. Ooh, quarter magic. Don't mind if I do. We can't do the climb in Ganon's tower. Without that bow, which is locked behind flippers. And there was a compass up on Dark Death Mountain also. Well, up on Death Mountain that we needed the mirror to get to. So let's check that shovel. Things are not looking up. But yeah, Ganon's tower at this point, there's so many items that are outstanding here. I'm gonna rush Ganon's tower. Hopefully we'll find a fire rod so every boss is beatable. If that happens, I'm heading straight. Definitely want to go pick up that crystal in desert. Uh-oh. So we're gonna go through Super Bunny, we'll hit Hookshot Cave. We'll grab that compass. Then we'll go to Ganon's Tower. Still cannot beat Cold Stare. That Cold Stare and Hera is still taunting us. At least we can block clip with the mirror. Alright, Super Bunny. An arrow. There's the flippers. Okay. Now we can go get a bow. Do I want to get the bow before going in? If I get the bow now, before going into... That's not smart. Before going into Ganon's Tower, I can actually climb Ganon's Tower also. And we can potentially come away with 2 Triforce pieces. And it's going to be very long to get Triforce pieces, but that it will be 2. There was? Did I skip one? Did I skip one of the checks in Hookshot Cave? Actually, it's probably quicker to just go this way. Whoops. Oh, phew, okay. That made me very nervous for a second. Yeah, I have to go and get that bow. If I get the bow now, then I can do the GT climb. And it's gonna suck to get all the way back there again, but... yeah, getting that sword is so big. I love having a butter sword here. Oh yeah, the bow is flipper locked. I mean, technically, if I knew how to do a splash delete, I could have got the bow, because the bow's on Zora Ledge. But I know how splash delete works. Actually, I don't know how to do splash delete without having a bow. You might... I think I've seen someone do it with bombs in a Samaria block. Actually, this means Eastern is an option right now, too. We could beat Eastern. Depending on... well, I don't know. The boss could be Trinex in there. I really need that fire rod. Actually, we might not even be able to do the climb. The climb could be we could be blocked on the climb. If Lanmo 2 Room has Trinex and we don't have a fire rod, we could get stuck there. Hey Vior, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Stupid cabbage. Okay, Dadra, you're just gonna... nope, I guess you're not gonna stay there. Yeah, I think we'll walk up. We'll at least open the portal by Turtle Rock. It's possible that it's Ether and I can just open that and wait for later. it was a very busy day, but it wasn't too bad. We were planning on doing getting the Christmas tree and everything up next week. Holy crap. Hey Jacob, thank you so much for the membership. Much appreciated. Enjoy the emotes, enjoy the badges, enjoy the badge, enjoy early access to all videos. That scared the crap out of me. I hear that sound and I look over and I think it's like Kyoto or Chaser on Twitch using a jump scare, and then I don't see anything there. Yeah, thank you so much. And it's Bombos. So nothing we can do with that. Waiting for the heart rate to go back down a little bit there. It's weird, the redeem doesn't, the channel point redeem doesn't, like, it doesn't usually jump scare me much, but both 2 nights in a row now, that one has got me. Because out of the corner of my eye, I can see when the Twitch alerts move, just based on where I'm sitting, but I don't see the same thing on over there. Alright, here we go. Time to rock out to Blight of Mankind from Astalon. While we see how many items we can find in here. A key, that's no fun. 2 keys, that's really not fun at all. Jeez, there could be an ice Trinex in here. I really need a fire rod. Burna? I mean, that's not super exciting, but that'll make blind easier. Alright, here we go. Let's just see a fire rod in here. Alright, I hate this room, officially. Red mail, that's nice. Another key. Alright, so that's not too exciting there. Well, the red mail was good. Oh, there's no Samaria. Samaria makes these rooms so much nicer. I saw the red there. I thought it was going to be Samaria. Oh, swamp is open. Actually, we might not be able to do the climb. The climb could be locked behind Samaria. If Samaria's on, if the big key is on the right side. So it's still possible we end up not being able to do anything in here. Which would be very fitting for how this seed has went so far. Like, go all the way through Ganon's Tower, come away with basically nothing, and have to come back later. 2, 3. There's the... okay. So we can at least do the climb now. This is getting ridiculous. There is going to be a Triforce piece rush soon. Because I'm running out of stuff on the overworld to do where I can't do anything else. Fire rod. This is going to be Ice Trinex, isn't it? Not Trinex. Okay, Landmo, we can do Landmo. Alright, so we're finally hour and 10 minutes, Triforce piece number 2. Bombos, and a 4th bottle. Ooh, that's nice. That gives us that cold stare. So after this is done, we can go right into Hera, get cold stare. It's like there's still, I don't want to be rushing bosses just yet. Because I don't want to, well, I mean, it's not really, I could very easily like just walk into Eastern, if it's not Trinex, kill the boss, and just keep doing that. And we can make up a lot of Triforce pieces really quickly. Jerks. Yeah, I do want to go back to Resident Evil. I still have to finish the Chris playthrough. Well, do the Chris playthrough for retro achievements. And I'm thinking, maybe that probably won't be something I'll be able to do until dance season is done, which will be the end of January. Well, it'll probably be February before then. But my wife's also going on a cruise for her 40th birthday with her sister and a couple of her friends, so she'll be gone for a week in February. So there's going to be... But I have to, and I want to, I did Jill playthrough on RE1 and then Leon A, and I want to go back and finish Claire B on Resident Evil 2 also. And maybe just do Resident Evil 3, just because why not? I'd also like to do the Resident Evil 2 remake. That one would be, well, that's a PC. I have issues with the audio on PC where I either have to... I can separate the audio and like adjust the levels myself, but if I do that, I can't hear anything that comes through Mix It Up, so like I can't hear alerts that come through. Otherwise, I have to have everything come through the desktop, and then I can't differentiate audio levels. There's got to be a way to fix that, but everything I've looked up as far as like OBS stuff doesn't work. And it's apparently a known issue where that happens according to Google posts that I found, but I definitely need to fit, that's something it's definitely on the docket. It just doesn't work with the limited schedule I have right now, and wanting to try to get double Landmo. Wow. Trying to keep up to date on randos, and like doing something like Resident Evil now doesn't work out as well, because I try to do at least A Link to the Past seed a week, and I don't know if I'm going to be getting like multiple nights to stream on a weekend. Oh no, Samaria here. This is gonna suck. So it's like I could, like I do Resident Evil, like I'm worried about like starting Resident Evil and then not being able to come back to it for like a month. But once my daughter's done with her dance at the end of January, I can hopefully start doing more weeknight streams. Because there'll be like a 3-month stretch where she won't be doing dance stuff. Until the practices start the following season. Oh boy, no fire rod. Hey Pops, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. It's Saturday. How'd the Dragon Warrior playthrough go? I saw a go live pop up, but we were in the middle of putting up the Christmas tree. Hurry up before the door closes. Never any doubt. I'm very curious. I've watched a couple playthroughs of the Dragon Warrior remake, and I will get it eventually. Uh-oh. Okay, we made it. Alright, nothing. I am almost dead. Not anymore, though. We're fine. Double... Wow. The GT climb had no... Oh, yuck. Actually, I think this might be easier here. Stop moving away from the bombs. Can I get under? Hey Brawley, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Oh, not a problem at all. Thanks for stopping by. Hope work goes well. And it's not too rude. Okay, so we're gonna mirror over. We're gonna go kill Cold Stare. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna get Spike Cave, and then... Geez, there's really nothing left. Ooh, that is perfect. I needed those bombs. Actually, after this, I want to go and get Hera Basement. Yeah, I've loved Dragon Warrior. With Dragon Warrior 2, up until the giant difficulty spike at the very end, it was one of my favorite games. But then it's like, you gotta sit there and grind 20 levels against these monsters that do instant death attacks, and it's like, okay, this is losing a lot of fun. Amazing how much quicker Cold Stare goes there. Ooh, green pendant. We'll be able to turn that in going back to Eastern. Yeah, Swamp is another. I'm trying to avoid all of the dungeons where Trinex could be right now. Just because I'm so terrified of going into the end of one and not having that fire rod for Trinex. But I'm gonna have to suck it up eventually. Oh, that's why it was? I mean, it definitely felt that the ending there was bugged. Oh no! Stupid floor tile. Alright, let's get out of the way there. Alright, now we're fine. I know Square advertised something, or there was something content creators were told they couldn't do, and they couldn't reveal something about Dragon Warrior 2 until like the end of November. So there's something in 2 that that's a pretty big deal, that I'm looking forward to finding out what that is. Okay, so that was nothing special. He says, all I've got left right now... Oh, pod is an option. Now, that bow gives us pod. Swamp is going to have a lot of items. Ice Palace is open. But I don't have Samaria, so we're not going into ice at this point. I think I should just go... I should clean up the bosses I can beat. And just start collecting Triforce pieces. Uh-oh. Whoa. I almost forgot what I was doing here and died walking into Spike Cave. Fine place for a refill. Oh, that's right. Aga. Yeah, 3 was good, but to me at least, as someone that... I didn't play 3 as a kid, I played 3 after that. Hey Studio, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. This is, I love vanilla Link to the Past, but the randomizer just takes it to another level. So if you like A Link to the Past, you can't go wrong with the rando. It's one of the most well-done randomizers I've ever seen. Everything is so nicely put together. Combos, ugh. No compass, though. Do I want to go there and risk that being Trinex? I think I have to. If it's Trinex, it's not terrible to get back. I mean, it's not good, but it's not world-ending to get back to the boss here. Mirror Shield, alright. Unfortunately, there's only 2 items plus the Triforce piece in here. But after this, we can mirror out, check Desert right away, because we've got the compass there, and we can go straight to the boss. The boss in Eastern is available. So we could potentially be at 7 after this. Swamp would be 8. Pod could be 9, and if we get there, I'd do the bomb jump in Ice Palace to get to 10. 2 hours 20 in Donkey Kong Country, that's pretty impressive. What was the percentage on that? Is Poison Pond the one where your button, like, left is right and right is left? Okay, I know when I replay Donkey Kong Country, I always try to, like, I'll always go for 101%, but there's one bonus level in Orangutan Gang that I always forget where it is. Like, I'll be going, usually I played enough Donkey Kong Country where if I don't remember where a bonus is, I can still kind of look at the level and be like, okay, it's here. But there's that one where, like, I remember getting... What's the ostrich's name? Whatever the ostrich is, I'd get that thing and I'd be running all over the place looking for this bonus. Like, I'd take it, I'd be running to the left, jumping and flying into pits, and... could never find that thing again. Donkey Kong Country 3, I was able to get the 103% without any guides or anything, but on 2, there was that one bonus in Chain Link Chamber where you had to go through the invisible wall, and that one I had to look up to find. Like, I know, I could see the bonus door, I knew where the bonus was, but I never thought to go off and around. Well, Meyer is a... Actually, I can't even finish Meyer. I don't have Samaria. Why am I in here? Even if I get the big key, I can't do anything with it because I don't have the Cane of Samaria. This was a big mistake going in here. Holy crap. Stream Elements is going crazy. Espresso, that's its name. Oh, okay. There's maybe that level's in Donkey Kong Country 3 where it reverses your controls. But yeah, the water levels can be so difficult because you don't have the precision you need to avoid things. something sharp. I was already in Hookshot Cave. I would have liked to know something when I wasn't already in Hookshot Cave. That would have been great. Alright, I'm hoping this bails me out and gives me a French vanilla Samara. Or vanilla. We got a vanilla Mitts. So I really want Samaria, because I went in here without thinking, forgetting that I didn't have Samaria, and I can't actually clear this. We are not bailed out. But we can still go do desert. Oh, is that the bonus within a bonus? I know that one's in Oil Drum Alley. Wait, who is this boss? It was Argus, okay. Remember, a friend of mine showed me the bonus within a bonus. Oh, the King K. Rool fight can be such a pain. Like I watched like speedrunners do it, and they've got the timing down so well, where you can jump on his head like the second, or the frame even, that he can be damaged, and then I try to do that and I just land on his crown. And it's like, ow. Where to go after this? I think it's got to be Pod Eastern. Can finish out Pod, duck into Eastern after Pod. I did that too soon. Yeah, oh, the cannonballs were such a pain. That's another game I want to do eventually here is, well, the whole Donkey Kong Country trilogy. Okay, we missed. Oh, I don't have... Well, maybe, actually. Can we do an Ice Rod hit? Got him! That was awesome. It's so much... The Ice Rod is so much slower than the Fire Rod. Oh! I could go pull Ped if there was something on Ped. I mean, Donkey Kong Country 2 is in my personal top 10 of favorite games ever. Okay, so we'll mirror over to turn in the green pendant. Thanks for the GGs. Oh yeah, I played through all the Donkey Kong Country games dozens of times, so I don't think I'd have many issues actually getting through them. Which is good. I just have to find the time to fit them in. That is not where we wanted to mirror. Let's try right here. I gotta remember to try to line up on one of the grid spots. That's actually not great. I'm gonna have to walk all the way around to get back here. That was not worth it at all. At least we can hook speed out of here. And that's how you do it. You jump into pits and you take Diddy and you run into every wall you can possibly find. That's how I always did it. You gotta do what you gotta do, and that's the best way to find bonus levels. And it's effective. Plus, Diddy was just so much more fun to use than Donkey Kong, at least to me. Alright, so we know this is bow locked, so we gotta go straight to the right. Oh, wait, who's the boss? Okay, good, it's not Trinex. So we'll be at piece number 6 after this. This is definitely going to be over 2 hours. Unique. I already got Spiral Cave. What was it? What item was in Spiral? And that's not really useful because I needed to get through Spiral Cave to even get here. The map, that is not exciting. A key, also not exciting. Alright, can I get this jump this time, or am I gonna fall off the edge? Made it. Another key. Whoops. Yeah, Donkey Kong, he was slower. I didn't care about the ground pound. Diddy was faster. He had the longer jump. And that, I think the reason I like 2 so much is because Diddy's still good, but Dixie was incredible in 2. Her helicopter spin was such a game changer. And then 3, Kitty was just kind of blah. I did not care for Kitty. And I just like the level design more in 2. 3 seemed to rely on so many different, like, gimmick type levels. And 2 was just more straightforward. Well, I mean, there were still gimmicky levels, but there were less. Got him. Oh, still no big key. Yeah, the cartwheel jumping, like, figuring that out was so big for getting through everything. I'll have to get that later. Unless this is the big. First boomerang. Heart piece. Small key. Alright, so I'm gonna grab... Well, actually, no, we're gonna... I don't think Harmless Hellway can have the big key. This is probably another small, yep. So the big key is gonna be in here. The music and like Sticker Brush Symphony from Donkey Kong Country 2 is still one of my favorite game tracks ever. I actually used to, when both of my kids were babies and like I was trying to walk them in the living room to help them take a nap or something, I'd turn that on our Echo and they'd fall asleep to Sticker Brush Symphony. Wow. Wow. Absolutely nothing in Pod. There's just nothing here. thought for sure we'd get something in pod. Starting to get a little nervous that this is going to want me to do Ice Palace without Samaria. I mean, I can do the bomb jump, I just don't want to. And Samaria is going to be, well, no, it might not be required technically. Whoops. Like, if we could, because we got both Triforce pieces out of Ganon's tower already. So, I mean, it's technically possible that the two Triforce pieces that we can skip here are in Mire and Turtle Rock. It's like, where else is there to go right now? I think it's got to be Swamp next. And if Swamp isn't the answer, then well, then the only other thing left is Ice. Because the other stuff in Ganon's tower is locked behind Samaria. So the options are drying up fast here. Seth MacFarlane, was he Johnny Bravo? Oh, this is blind. Yeah, we're not going to play with you in those spikes, blind. Get back here. Coward. There we go. One, two, three. Oh, I never checked what the red crystals were gonna be. If there's something I need behind the red crystals, and I just haven't looked at them yet. Actually, this is the first crystal I've got. Everything else has been pendants in Ganon's tower. Okay, well, let's go get 7 out of Eastern, unless this is Trinex. Okay, good. Armos Knights. We can do Armos Knights. So this will be 7. Swamp will be 8. Ice would be 9. We still need like a Fire Rod would get it. Fire Rod or Samaria. One of those two items will put us in go. And I'm really counting on Swamp here. Actually, maybe it's not, because the Fire Rod, without Fire Rod, I could still be stuck on not being able to beat Trinex. Oh, he storyboarded it. Okay. I had no idea he had any connection to Johnny Bravo. Mikey. Oh, I didn't mark off one of the items. Eastern pot is done. Eastern will be done shortly. What? Oh, the sword beam. That was uncalled for. I guess let's save the arrows. And I could use the bow for this, but... why not do it this way? Success. We know this is a crystal, I just don't know what one. I've heard good things about White Castle. Never actually had them though. I don't think we have one in... I don't even know if there's one in the state. Get any reds yet? Nope, no reds. Alright, so we'll do swamp. After swamp, maybe I'll run up and check what the red crystals are. But it's not like I'm gonna be rushing to pull that. I'm just a couple items from go. Stupid mushroom bird. Alright, let's go. Let's see, swamp is gonna take a bit. If I get Samaria in there, ice could be really quick. But we probably won't. Because we can't have nice things. Alright, here we go. Actually, let's keep the bombs on, because we got a specky clip. Compass to Mire. Not exactly exciting. Because if we go back into Mire, odds we're going to be able to beat... odds are we'll be able to beat every boss. Alright, here we go. I missed it. That's not... no, you gotta have a hook shot on there. Running low on bombs for diver downs here because of that. Alright, give us an early big key. Early big key would be really nice. So I don't want to have to come in here to grab another item. Not great. Let's see, there's the bombs. Alright, we made it out. Where did I pick up more bombs? Ow. Okay, that thing's gonna be a problem. Out of the way, Firebar. Think that'll do it. Success. Are those all Johnny Bravo quotes? I know what he looks like. Like, I can picture him as soon as I hear him. I've just never actually watched the show. Which is surprising, just given how we look with the sunglasses and the fancy hair. That's something that I would have expected would have been like, okay, I have to see what this is about. Oh, Simpsons, okay. That's not good at all. Big key, please. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to come back in. I mean, maybe the map will be locked in there, or the big key itself, but it's not likely. Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of The Simpsons, but the only thing I really remember was the Who Shot Mr. Burns. I was very interested in that story. And the Simpsons arcade game. My youngest daughter was actually down here playing our Simpsons arcade one-up earlier, and she didn't turn it off when she was done, so when I came down with the box of the Christmas ornaments to bring back downstairs, I heard Bart talking, and I didn't know who I heard this voice, and it was Bart. I didn't recognize who it was right away, and I'm like, why is there someone downstairs? Samaria, let's go. So as long as we don't run into Trinex, that is possible. Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter what we found. Both items were down here. Both Samaria and Fire Rod just sitting in swamp. So now where do I want to go to finish this out? I mean, Meyer is basically done already. Skull Woods is pretty quick, but Skull Woods is Vitreous could be a giant pain in Skull Woods. So we go to Skull Woods. Do we fly through ice quick? Or do we go back into Mire? I think ice might actually be... Let's see, going through Mire. Ow, stop it. Is that Beastie Boys? Stupid bird. I'm guessing this isn't actually... I'm guessing I should be doing like Skull Woods and Mire here. But we're not. My vanilla Link to the Past time, I'm guessing, would probably be... Well, I've only really played... I've never tried to play it for speed. I've always played it casually. I don't know how badly the rando is messed up. Like, I don't remember where big keys and stuff are in most of the dungeons. Like, I know how to get to various checks, but I don't remember what's where in the vanilla game that well. But I'm guessing I could probably get it done in maybe hour 50, 2 hours. If I tried. Actually, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's longer that they made faster in their... Like, you have to talk after every... You pick up every heart piece or Triforce crystal. That's what we're looking for. Oh boy, here we go again. Come on. Why is this not working? I feel like I'm getting it. You gotta turn halfway into the... There we go. Not sure why I'm actually picking up items here. The only thing I could possibly get is silvers. That would be of any use. Actually, no, do I need a key? I guess we'll just grab this one too while we're over here. Bug net. Oh, would have found a key there anyway. Well, that you have to have the Samaria block down, then you have to turn so your shadow is 1 pixel into the wall, and then flip around and it'll clip you partway into the wall. But I had a lot of trouble with that last night too, and that's terrifying. Because I can't, like, I forgot how to do the Stalfos room on the left side of Eastern. But that I can live with. I could not live with forgetting how to do Ice Palace. Oh, wait. Oh, it actually doesn't matter who this boss is, because we have Fire Rod now. But it is Moldorm. One-eyed Moldorm. Don't need that crystal. Alright, where do I want to go here? I did it again. Do I want to go to Skull Woods or Mire? Probably threw things a little bit off there going to the left when you normally go to 6, but I do not like Mire. Even though this boss fight might be a giant pain. The nice thing about this is I can actually pick up the crystal after beating the boss here. And then we can just save and quit right back to Ganon. No silvers, so Ganon isn't going to be like a minute-and-a-half fight, but... that's fine. Butter Sword, Quarter Magic. Ganon's gonna be a breeze. Oh, I'm in go mode. The only thing I could possibly get that will help me is silvers. And with the loadout I have here, I don't need silvers to beat Ganon. They're just kind of a luxury. Hey Joe, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the Mega Man X2 sprite is by far my favorite sprite in this game. Oh, crap, I skipped the key. If they made like a Maya Fey or a Zero sprite, I'd definitely use one of those. But neither of those sprites exist at this point. Had to make the walk of shame to get that key. But if they ever do exist, I'd definitely try one of them, but even if they'd have to be really good to make me switch off of this. They have a Mega Man X sprite from X1, and then this one is the Mega Man X2. And I really like the X2 one because it's got the extra red, it's not just blue and yellow and white. I like the X2 look a lot more. Plus then you get the red mail and it gives you gold armor. And gold armor is pretty cool. Wait a minute. That was really long. I'm trying to rush so much here because my brain is still like, you might be able to do this in under 2 hours. There's still a chance at a sub 2 here. And given how terrible the seed went at the start, that's like last locationing everything. Wake up. Like, I've got quarter magic, I've got the cape, I am just gonna sit. Wait, if I'm saving and quitting, why? Well, we'll do this to refill the magic. This could potentially still somehow manage a sub 2. Wait, that wasn't the boss we beat, this was. I mean, I think it'd be tight, but it is possible. There we go. And we're done with phase 1. Yeah, Ganon, this is going to be a much better Ganon than last night's. I don't have Master, so okay, Ganon, I'm trying to get under 2 hours here. And I can't have you wasting 20 seconds teleporting around like a coward. Let's stand over here. Death Mountain. Oh. Okay, we got it. Well, that wasn't right. That went terribly. We're just gonna wait for him here. All right. Now we can get into this. Oh, it's gonna be rough. Missed. He was too far away on that one. I'm gonna end up falling because I keep glancing at the clock like, can this be a sub 2? Can I somehow scrape a sub 2 out of this? And oh my god, that was, considering how little I had done at the 1 hour mark, that's amazing. Yeah, I think the torch glitch is in vanilla. You basically just have to light the bottom left torch before the other one goes out. There we go. Thanks for the GG's, Joe. Kyoto.